Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more roster reviews. We have a couple paid reviews today. We're starting with LuckySevenKevin in the Hot Diamnerins. I know that's not how you pronounce it. 7.8 million GP. Said they're on and off since launch of playing and was pretty much free to play until Lightspeed bundles bought Hyperdrive. Said they have a big weakness at ships, and the fact that Negotiator is still in Fleet Arena. I know I'm a huge Negotiator proponent, but this is a Negotiator with Sunfac in the lineup and no Marauder. Ships are a huge problem. Orodium 2. Let's see the capital ships. We got some 2019 capital ships. We don't have, and I guess Finalist and Radish are 2020, but we don't have any newer capital ships than that. So I would strongly encourage Executor, rushing Executor, like get on it immediately. Like the fact that you are not, like, if someone's playing this game every day, or I don't know, maybe they're not playing every day and they can't like do fleet, like your growth slows to a crawl. You need those ships. And also, this is all right. I mean, that's good, but it's only 4 stars. So keep farming that node. The rest of the Galactic Republic fleet looks great. And I mean, even right now, 4 stars. Sub this in for Sunfac. Like, you don't need Sunfac. You don't need a tank. So Empire as well. Oof. Yeah, that's a big oof. Nothing to work with there. No TIE Defender, no TIE Interceptor. So Conquest is almost definitely way behind. And then Rebels. I wouldn't urge Profundity before Executor. Executor's kicking butt right now. So yeah, gotta clean up the fleets. Dacron's barely any. I mean, you need some engagement to get further in Grand Arena, which they did say they focus on Grand Arena. So that's something I would urge them to do. We got the Wave 1 GLs and Wave 3 GLs. It's interesting. So they said they were working on C and Jedi Master Luke. Which, okay, C is easy, so that's fine. Jedi Master Luke, so what kind of standard playbook and what I recommend too for newer players is to get Jabba, Leia, and JML, because there's a lot of overlap. Or like once you get Jabba and Leia are the emphasis, and then JML has so much overlap afterwards, you just get him. And this play does not have any of those 3, so it's pretty inefficient. I would recommend not focusing on C and focusing on Leia. I mean, okay, you already got 3PO and Chewie, Relic 5, Rolo, you got so much stuff, so you really need Leia first. And then you got to work on Jabba. So, I mean, a lot of it's there. Jabba Lightspeed bundles. So, definitely Leia and Jabba, not C and JML. Oh, we do have Jar Jar, so that's nice. That's a newer legendary. Just looking at the top here, I'm not seeing any brand new Conquest units or even kind of recent. Great Mothers, that's good. So that's in your power to get Great Mothers. Just straight up farming, which is nice. That you just a marquee plus or an elite marquee or whatever, but you just farm her straight up. So that's awesome. This account seems like it's pretty solid on assault battles and everything. Although Qui-Gon Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, I mean, getting them to 7 stars is basically like having an extra credit heist. I don't know what the credit situation is like, but they're great. Even on the small count, I'm thinking about just getting them to Relic 7, not Relic 9, because that's too expensive for the payoff point. But Relic 7 is not a bad deal. We do have Cat, so that's great. Ahsoka Tano. So I guess maybe they're working on GL Ahsoka too, which is like so many different focuses. Yeah, okay, Fulcrum is still Gear 12, so I don't know what's going on. Let's look at Sith and Jedi. Savage Gear 12. Oh, you do have C. Okay, so Sith Eternal, that's fine. I mean, yeah. But yeah, don't go for JML. Go for Leia and then Jabba and then JML. Which is crazy because then you'd have every Galactic Legend except the new one, but You'd be in a good spot. I have a feeling mods are a problem too, but ships are the biggest thing. I mean, you really need to work on the ships before really worrying about that too. So I'd say Executor before even Leia and Jabba. And at least run Marauder for now. Jedi Faction's looking fine. Not like a complete giant Revan team or anything, but it's alright. What else? What else? Ufu. You got the GLs there. Yeah, no Malicos. No Balin, of course. And I haven't seen, like, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. No Moff Gideon. Or Dark Trooper. That's interesting. As long as your bounty hunters and Imperial troopers are getting it done, and Empire are getting done the assault battles, and that doesn't matter, you can just completely skip the Imperial troopers then. I mean, as long as this is working. And if, like, it's just challenge tier 3 you don't have, that's not like a massive concern, because it is difficult to get. Do we have any tiny factions? 5 Relic 5 Wookiees. Okay, let me look at mods. Assess that quality. Okay, 173. It's not bad. Crit damage and health or offense. Yeah, okay. JMK, yeah, don't usually do care too much, but he is fast. I think he's low on health. Crit damage. I mean, it's alright for him. I think more, well, people usually don't target him first, so I guess it's all fine. I don't really know what the best thing is for his triangle. Survivability or damage, which one's better? Protection, crit damage, that's good. He looks pretty dang good. Ray, she looks a little anemic in the health, just a little low. And a little slow. Well, not too slow. That's fine, actually. Offense. I mean, tons of offense, tons of health is what you want. Just nitpicky. You just want to squeeze in more secondaries. It's kind of like... Well, the best thing is a health primary with high offense percentage secondaries, because you can approach the primary value of an offense primary, but you can't approach the value of a health primary. So that's the best possible outcome. And then C, he's still half-baked, so I won't really evaluate him, but it seems like it's in the right direction. Cat, plus 166 speed, not bad, and she's got a good bit of health. Crit damage, I like it, that's good. Boss Nass, no speed set, and he's the other fastest. Well, that's a pretty fast non-speed set, but why isn't he speed? And why is this so slow? So it looks like you got a pretty good top of the pyramid when it comes to mods, but it falls off really drastically. Like 310s, the third fastest on GL, that's not great. Maul plus 114. Yeah, not impressive anymore. Yeah, that's weird. So I mean, I would just work on farming speed mods. And this is where Jabba's going to help, because you have a lot of mods that aren't sliced that you need to work on. Yeah, mods and ships are kind of a big focus right now for this account. Yeah, March 8, only 300. Yeah, even at Relics. Yeah, it's falling off. 3 mothers. She's just naturally kind of fast, but yeah. So I can already tell lots of work. Let's look for people that don't need tons of speed and see if they're... Well, how's Morgan? Yeah, lots of protection. I guess that's not bad. Wow, Bosk is so slow. Oh my gosh, 91 speed. It's got painful. Malak. If you're soloing stuff that could stun you, keep the tenacity, otherwise go full protection. The tenacity modding is for soloing stuff. Like Padme or something. Very slow. I mean, the account's alright. I just massive gaps in ships and mods, so that's plenty to work on. And you've heard my recommendations for GL farms after that, so thank you for letting me take a look. And next up, we got DarthLove. They're in Legends of the Unknown Regions. 9.9 million GP, so almost 10. So they've been playing since 2021. Bought the majority of the Lightspeed bundles and gave me a lot of background on what's going on. Said they're torn between Balin and Leviathan next. I can just almost tell you out of hand, Leviathan. We do have Profundity and Executor. And Fairy Class, so yeah, definitely want Leviathan as soon as you can. Galactic Republic, yeah, that's kind of yikes. You really need to work on them. If you're trying to work up your way in Kyber, this is definitely a cornerstone fleet. This looks pretty good. No Scythe yet, so I mean, just keep working on Scythe. But as long as you have Interceptor and Defender, you can kind of make it work. And yeah, that's pretty much the observation from ships. I mean, you need to keep working on the Sith ships. Yeah, but I mean, it's going all right. Data card inventory, decent amount from the other set. Definitely keep working on the current set. Now look at everything here. All right, so we have the first 5 GLs that there ever were. This is actually like literally the first 5. After that, Lord Vader, Jabba, Leia, Ahsoka. Jabba and Leia being super valuable, of course. And we do have Bane here, so that's great. Star Killer's up here. Afra, I think Afra's up here. It's kind of weird to me. Just because there's a lot of missing characters that could be higher GP. I know she has 3 Zetas, and that's why, but scanning for the conquest units. Ben. I don't know. Let me look at specific factions. Empire. And he did say he wanted to hear about my modding on, or modding critique on specific squads. So I'll just look at those as we go. 131 there. Maybe a little more potency if that's not too bad. So we've got a standard troopers team. No Dart Trooper Moff Gideon. It does have Gar and ISC, but they're only gear 12, so they're not really doing much. And no Inquisitors. How fast is Piet's? Pretty pitiful. If you are running the Imperial Trooper team, you would at least want one of these 2 guys to actually have some speed, but not sure how much he's used to them. But yeah, they're pretty unusable in that state. Vader, I don't even know what to do with Vader right now. Pretty slow. I mean, maybe you can solo Geos if you run into them somewhere, but not super likely. He's in cover 4. Okay. So that was Empire. Nothing too impressive there. Bane, let me see how Bane is modded. And yeah, lots of health is advisable. He's Art 8. I feel like he could have more health. I do like the crit damage. I'm partial to that myself. But actually, health on the arrow. Probably health on the cross too. You want a lot of health. I do think you could spare crit damage triangle for sure. Sure, I'm not super concerned with their mods. Let's do Savage. I think you just want a lot of health and defense. Speed isn't as important, but I think you get more health. And yeah, the offense is kind of whatever. You really need to slice any health mod, a primary on a character you're actually using. You really need to slice it more. Now this is interesting. So an account this large with still a 5-star Malik, you gotta spend and get 1 if you haven't already. And it's hard to believe that he just recently unlocked this guy. I guess it could have been from bundles or something, but I find it unlikely. So him and Malgus seems I hope he's a recent unlock, but that should be a super high priority. Because that's Leviathan too, right? I mean, you don't technically need Malgus at a certain development level, but you need Malik and Darth Revan, so Malgus is naturally go along with that. So for sure, work on that. I'm not going to do a mod section at the end. Just going to look at these in the factions. This is terrible. This is so slow. Oh my gosh. It hurts me to look at it. It's potency, no. Crit damage, sure. But that's 3 speed. Oh my gosh. It's terrible. Sith Eternal, speed, and health. I mean, I like speed and health sets. I do not like this health amount. That is horrible. No offense. Health. No protection. Health. Health, okay, that's fine. This, even debatably health. You should shoot to try and get 200,000 health. And an R8, that's definitely attainable. Everyone else, I'm not really interested in their modding. Should I? How's JML looking? Yeah, that's decent protection. He is slow, though. That is some slow speed, so it does matter how fast he is. Oh. That is not a mod for Galactic Legend, and that is not a mod I think would be gold. Yes, it has a little bit of extra protection. Big whoop. It is so slow. This one is also terrible. JML, not someone that you can sacrifice that you don't care about speed for. You do care about speed. This is good. 191 and crit damage. The primaries are not as big a deal for him. That's fine. Gas. Offense and health set. You want offense and defense set because the applicable thing, you care about his protection. So you need a lot more protection. You care about his protection and the health, not really as much because you need to protect the team. Okay, so that's protection, that's fine. Offense, no. Health, no. Speed, maybe. And that was actually a pretty decent speed mod. How fast is Revan? 107, he's slow, man. He's so slow. But I don't know how important he is. I mean, he's important as a support character. The guy said he's working on Jedi Cal. Or no, he got Jedi Cal. Okay, just finished Jedi Cal. I like to mod Jedi Cal permanently for the TV special mission, which is like full health. But you don't really need damage on him. I think either it's like speed and survivability. I mean, damage is fine, but speed and survivability for sure. Another T probably going to use Qui-Gon, and his modding is not standard, but it's kind of easy. You don't care about speed. Yes, he through his Omicron, he gains speed, and ever gets offense based on their speed. I mean, but the offense he passes off when he dies is just his base offense. So you just want offense sets, offense primaries, and flat offense secondaries as much as you can, and don't care about speed. You really don't care. Anakin, there's an argument for him to be fast, but it's definitely not an argument for him to just have health sets. You know, offense set and probably offense and health set relying on it. So like, yeah, like crit damage, like that one's fine. Just because there's a lot of offense, it's slow, but that's fine. That could be you could even use these two. You have the right primaries there, but you need an offense set on Anakin for sure. Let's move on to Ribble. So we got a pretty beefed up Rebel faction, which really makes me want you to have Leia even more. Just need to work on some characters like Drogon and Lobot, and yeah, all that. Captain Rex should be the fastest Phoenix member. That's pretty slow. I do like protection on him. Crit damage, it's fine. Crit damage, potency, all that kind of stuff. It all kind of works. But he wants to be really fast. Admiral Radis. Speed, yeah, I get him pretty fast. Lots of protection. So his health and protection looks fine. He's too slow, and you don't want crit damage. His big damage move is true damage, or it's popping exposes. Do not care about crit damage. So give him a health or protection primary. CLS, that looks like the right sets, but pretty terrible stats. Horrible speed. Blah. I mean, you just need a lot of work on slicing stuff, too. So Jabba is huge. Oh, Luthen. You got Luthen. I mean, that's nice. He's from what I've seen in the roster, you're using a lot of your better speed mods here, but not that they're anything. I mean, that one's good. And that one's steep decline on these others. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we can move on from Rebels, but yeah, definitely Leia and Jabba are piquing my interest. Did I already look at Sith? Yeah, I did. Okay. Where's our Hut Cartel? Oh, I got the pack. Yeah. All right. Well, Yeah, get yourself a Jabba. And what a Galactic Republic. Because also Cat. Pretty nice. 311. Well, actually not pretty nice. It's kind of slow, but at least you're prioritizing some for. I like, you know, crit chance. Like crit damage on the triangle. Otherwise, all health, but also health could go on the triangle for sure. So I think the most important thing for her is surviving, because mirrors are very common, and usually that's what you go for. Of course, Bad Batch are languishing. It's pretty sad. I mean, Queen Amidala team. Yeah, looks like you've devoted some of your sliced up mods, but they're all kind of slow. For the raid, he has offense. This looks pretty good. I mean, he doesn't have... Oh, he does have a speed set. Never mind. Okay, if it wasn't a speed set, that would be pretty decent. With a speed set, kind of whatever. But, I mean, they're raid teams, so... Raid characters, so... That's a good focus to have. Let me see Night Sister. No, gosh, dang it. Night Sister. Great Mother's definitely worth farming. And whether you leapfrog them to the top kind of depends on how your Chirotech bottleneck is, I guess. But I would say Jabba for Jabba and Leviathan. I don't think Baylan Skull is a priority here at all. Not one bit. Gungans, yeah. Not really much there. Probably past the peak value point for them. So yes, still stick with those two newer GLs and Leviathan fleet. I mean, I definitely, yeah. I'd say Leviathan fleet is a... What are you doing in Fleet Arena 25? So if you're not really able to reliably climb, I'd say Leviathan needs to be turbo chased. Like get on him ASAP. But if you can climb in Fleet, then go for Jabba first. Other characters didn't really look at yet. Dash. I mean, I don't know why he's that fast. Like some of these other teams I've looked at, I'm kind of wondering like. I mean, Resistance here event that makes a really good Zori team. Afra, like, see, these are like characters I didn't even look at the roster because they're not a big deal. They're nice to have, but they're not super important. And a lot of these others I did look at already. All right, well, I'm gonna call it on this one. A lot of good stuff, but a lot of interesting. Wow, Sith Assassin up here. It's kind of sad that Sith this Gear 8 Sith Assassin makes its way up here in the speed order. Yeah, so you have my opinion on it, and thank you for letting me take a look. And now for the last count of the day. This is the free review. This is HMRNDSKL. Human Remains Dust Skull. I don't know. Creators of the Lost Dragon. 5.9 million GP said they started in October 2022, and they were working on, when they requested in February 2024, I know I'm really behind on this list, was working on Darth Malak and Starkiller, possible JML over Leia in the future, and it looks like they have Leia. Probably recently acquired because there's no Ultimate yet. But that is a great acquisition, focused on GAC, a bit of TW for the guild, and as they said, completely free to play, so we will see. And they claim that after Lightspeed bundles had already been a thing, so we'll see. We do have Executor, nice. And yeah, pretty complete fleet there. I mean, even with the restart punishing one, that's very nice. So low relics on Bam, but I feel like he could make that work in most cases. Let's see, Galactic Republic. This cannot stand. You got the ship to 7 stars, and all these guys are just left in the dust. So that is sad. I mean, this part's fine. You really need to work on the Marauder. So it's, as of right now, that is priority number 1. Endurance. I mean, once you get that Marauder working, Endurance is not a worthless ship just because you have Negotiator. There are times on the small account where by Galactic Republic fleet is more important. I need Mace to do things Negotiator can't. Which is interesting, but it's true. It happens. This Empire fleet's pretty good. No Scythe yet, but that's all right. But we have TIE Defender and Relics, and the Bomber and TIE Fighter, TIE Advance. So all that stuff's good. Probably not close on Sith at all. Yeah, so I mean, there's a small account. Datacron interaction, slim, but some. Slicker and Leia. That's an interesting combo to have as the only two. I think that's the first account I've seen that only has these two, which is fairly interesting. But Leia's great. And Jabba and JML, definitely great next steps. I think Jabba before JML, unless you're like literally right there and have everything else. We got Bane. So I'm impressed that you have Bane if this is completely free. I mean, this guy is just the bee's knees. That's a good amount of health, especially for R7. Speed, alright. Offense, maybe you can get some more offense. That'll be hard to squeeze out. I kind of like the crit damage. Triangle, he's looking good. Nitrogen. So, I love that Galactic Legends don't need Omicrons. I think it would be a travesty if they acquired Omicrons. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where to start. I guess let's look at Rebels. Because I hope Assault Batters are battles are pretty taken care of. Phoenix, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. That's kind of like what my Gotenks count is, just gear 12s, and then Captain Rex and Relic 7. This is a pretty efficient, like, mainly Leia farm. Han Solo is R6. I don't know if it's for JML or Han. It's R8 for Han, 6 for JML. I don't know. I'm not going to look it up. Cartel. Okay, Bushi, yeah, that was for Leia. Chrysanthemum. So, definitely doesn't look like he's actively farming Jabba. And ships. Let me see. Rebel. Millennium Falcon. Okay, yes, that was done. Do you have Jedi Knight Luke? Yes, Jedi Knight Luke. So yeah, I mean, the Jabba JML path is definitely good. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, even getting them to 7 stars and leaving them at gear 8, you can finish the 7-star tier, and it's kind of makes their assault battle, like, at the very least, a credit heist every time it comes around. So, something to think about. You don't need even any Chirotex to do that. I think this is an okay Jedi setup for what the account has. Sith, Nihilus, Scion, Treya. The fact that these two are like 5 without any status makes me wonder if there was a Lightspeed bundle. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just they did say they're free to play before. Defense and health and lots of protection. I do like that more than tenacity builds. Darth Revan, he's fast. He's really fast. Well, he's pretty good. Pretty dang good for 6 million GP. It's really good really good speed. Crit damage too, that's great. I mean, it's pretty quality. Yeah, I mean, that's really solid Darth Revan. That's nice. Savage, good amount of health. And, you know, some okay speed crit damage. I like that. I like that indeed. Night Sister. No real Night Sisters. Phoenix, I know for a fact you're not getting through Challenge Tier 2 with the Phoenix. Something I'm toying with is looking at Great Mothers, like a Great Mothers build that can beat the assault battle. Rather than doing traditional way, so maybe like Great Mothers. Interestingly enough, Zombie instead of Elsbeth, just so you can get a 3-star with only the 1 tank. Great Mothers, Zombie, Marin probably, maybe Spirit, and then someone else. Your choice. You pick a non-Chirotech character or newer character with Chirotech. Just look at random factions. Yeah, no Tuskens. Ufu, we do have Inquisitors, so that's really nice. So that's, I mean, that's ahead for a lot of people. Like, that's a whole assault battle. It's tough to get through Challenge Tier 3 with Grand Inquisitor, no Reva, but you can do it. So that's really pretty cool. No Malicos, so probably weren't able to red crate or gold crate at the time he was in Conquest. Yeah, no like Zori, no Hondo. Sito Afro, which is fine, not a huge priority. Yeah, so I mean, they never bought the Resistance bundle or, well, for sure. The Telltale Sign is having a Relic 3, so yeah, they did not buy those bundles. Relic 5 Special Forces, that's probably because of the Datacron, if I had to guess. Just to gain access, but yeah, that's, to have one R3 is definitely a sign. So gas, how is his protection? Offense and defense, good protection. I like it. And crit damage, I like that. Health. Some speed. Pretty low health for relics. Look for those more sliced mods, which is good. Another argument for Jabba. Mod slicing. On demand. Of course, this is sad. At least work on those pilots. Okay, let's just look at the mods overall. The Sucker should be fastest. But how fast? 191, 584, that's very fast. Very good. Crit damage, good. Offense, yeah, but yeah, until recently I was saying that's good, but I think health is now kind of the way to go. At least where I play. Maybe that's fine here, but I don't know. Speed and health on Leia, so it looks like you got that. Yeah, very nice. You don't need to like sink a bunch of offense into her. Just to keep her alive. Her kit is really makes the world go round with her team. Pretty fast Piats. That's good if you're running Pure Troopers. Already looked at Darth Revan, Jedi Revan. 167 and lots of health. Ooh, that's very impressive. That's nice because he's flimsy and health is the only prayer he has. He does not have good protection. That's very nice. Hoda, I don't care too much about him. Captain Rex. Health, protection, speed, crit damage. I mean, the crit damage, yeah, and a little potency. Yeah, I like that. I like when he lands his debuffs. Of course, he does do potency down. But the potency does kind of help. Lots of protection, good speed. This guy he knows what he's doing. Like, and Grief Karga right after him. This is my own advice that I ignored for a while because I was too lazy to fix Grief and Bosk. But Grief right after Bosk is great. He loves protection. He has high base protection. So that's awesome. But a First Order officer right before X. So 314 speed, 310. So it's like you get the best of both. You get the poke, pass it with First Order Officer, does the swipe, Hux resets both cooldowns. So that's pretty dang nice. CLS, offense, and Chastity. That's good. That's a good amount of offense for R7. This guy really knows what he's doing. So we don't have any Star Killer. Mark Jade's kind of sitting there. Crit damage. Actually, yeah, crit damage. I said offense on the other account, but crit damage is actually really good for Anakin on Qui-Gon because he is bursting at the seams with offense from Qui-Gon's kit, and then the crit damage is the multiplier you care about. So I did misspeak on the last review. He's looking really good. That's a good Anakin. This is just a good account. This guy, he knows what he's doing. Like, I'm not critical of these mods. The mods are great. There's stuff to work on, like farms to chase after, and with ships, this is like my biggest complaint on the account. But like his modding is really good, so very well done. HMRNDSKL, whatever that means. And thank you for letting me take a look. That's gonna wrap it up for this video and these reviews. Just a reminder, right now I do not have spots open to request a free review because I am literally going on requests from February and March. of 2024. I just can't get through them fast enough. If you do want a paid review, these are $20. If it's too cheap, I get to the exact same problem I have with the free reviews. So I'm trying to not have a ton of paid reviews, but if you really, really want one, that's the price for it. Yeah, anyway, with that out of the way, thank you again. Hope you enjoyed, and see you later.